Welcome to the world's greatest celebrities podcast. We're diving deep today into, well, a real classic, a film.
Oh, a good one. This one's from 1948, American, and it's got it all. Tragedy, adventure, drama, even that Western feel.
Yeah, it's got that classic Western backdrop, but then it takes you somewhere else entirely. Two Americans down on their luck in 1920s Mexico.
Not the best time to be broke in Mexico.
No, not at all. So they convince this, grizzled old prospector to team up with them. They're headed for the Sierra Madre Mountains, chasing gold.
It's the classic gold rush story,
Yeah.
right? But this one really digs deep, how greed can twist you, change you.
It's about what that hunger for wealth does to people. And of course, it's all brought to life by, well, some real heavy hitters. John Huston wrote and directed it based on a novel, I think, from the 20s.
Yeah, 1927, I think. But the cast, though. Humphrey Bogart, Walter Houston, I mean, come on.
And Tim Holt, right. He rounds out that main trio perfectly.
Really does. So we start in Tampico, Mexico. It's 1925, busy port city, right? The energy there, it's almost a character in itself.
And it makes that contrast even sharper when they head into the mountains, the Sierra Madres. Isolated, unforgiving. You can almost feel the heat and dust just watching it.
Absolutely. But before they even get there, you meet our guys, Dobbs and Curtin, Bogart and Holt. And man, they're scraping by. Unemployed Americans basically doing anything to survive in a foreign country.
You said it, vulnerable. And it makes you wonder, right, what'll they be willing to do to escape that? That's when they went into Howard, the old prospector.
Walter Houston playing his own son's dad in the film. That's a fun fact.
No kidding. But Howard, he's seen it all. He knows gold, the lure of it, the danger of it. He becomes their guide in more ways than one.
Definitely. He's not just showing them the way through the mountains. He's showing them the potential path of their own souls.
So how do these three wind up on this wild goose chase or gold chase, I guess?
Well, it's almost like fate steps in. Dobbs wins a lottery. Not a huge amount, but enough to get them started. Suddenly, they've got their chance.
Talk about a turning point, right? It's like the universe handed them a loaded gun.
Exactly. But who's going to get shot? That's what the movie makes you ask. Before they even reach the mountains, though, they've got this run-in on a train. Gold Hat, the bandit leader.
That's foreshadowing, right? Like a taste of the dangers to come.
Oh, for sure. It sets the tone. The world they're stepping into, it's lawless, unpredictable. And Gold Hat, he embodies that perfectly.
And then comes the journey itself. Into the Sierra Madres. You really see Howard's experience come through. He knows the land, how to survive. Dobbs and Curtin, not so much.
That reliance, it builds, right?
Yeah.
They need him, maybe more than they want to admit. And then they find it. The gold.
You'd think that'd be the happy ending, wouldn't you?
You'd think. But it's actually where things start to unravel. See, it's Howard, the old-timer, who spots it first. Dobbs and Curtin totally missed it.
Goes to show experience counts for something.
It sure does. And getting that gold is backbreaking work. Placer mining, it takes skill. But as the gold piles up, something changes between them. That isolation, the constant work, the temptation, it starts to poison things.
Especially for Dobbs. The paranoia kicks in, doesn't it? He doesn't trust anyone, thinks everyone's trying to cheat him.
It eats at him. He starts to see Curtin and even Howard as threats, not partners. And then they decide, for safety, to divide the gold, hide their share separately.
You'd think that would ease Dobbs's mind, but...
Yeah, not so much. Makes it worse, actually. Now it's all about secrets. Distrust builds, the tension's thick enough to cut with a knife.
And then Cody shows up, a Texan, just stumbles onto their camp, literally stumbles onto their secret.
He's looking for a way in, wants to share the action. And Dobbs, well, let's just say he's not exactly welcoming.
That's an understatement. Then things go from bad to worse. Gold Hat, the bandit, shows up again. This time he's pretending to be a fiddle.
It all goes south in a hurry. A confrontation, shots fired, and in the chaos, Cody gets killed.
Just like that, a life snuffed out. Makes you think about the real cost of this whole gold obsession, right?
Big time. Later, the real federales show up. Gold Hat's on the run, but they're after him. It's a lawless place, but there's still some semblance of order trying to hold on.
And they find a letter on Cody, a letter to his wife explaining why he's risking it all for his family.
That's the gut punch. Suddenly, Cody's not just some prospector. He's a husband, a father, trying to provide.
It hits Howard and Curtin hard. They decide to give Cody's share to his widow. Dobbs, he doesn't care. The gold's all that matters.
This is stark contrast, isn't it? Shows how far gone Dobbs is. Greed's completely taken over. And then there's Howard. He gets called away to help a sick kid in a nearby village.
Selfless, right. using what little medical knowledge he has to try and save this kid.
He becomes a hero to those villagers. It's everything Dobbs isn't. But with Howard gone, things escalate quickly.
Dobbs and Curtin, alone with all that gold and all that suspicion. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dobbs snaps, shoots Curtin, takes all the gold. He thinks he's won, except he hasn't accounted for Gold Hat.
The bandit gets his revenge, ambushes Dobbs. But here's the twist. He doesn't even realize what he's stealing.
He thinks the bags of gold dust are just sand, discards them, takes the burros and supplies instead. It's almost poetic justice.
Talk about irony. Dobbs dies for something worthless to his killer.
Exactly. And Curtin, somehow, he survives. Crawls miles, gets help from the locals, ends up in the same village as Howard. Talk about fate.
It's like a twisted mirror image, isn't it? While Dobbs is meeting a brutal end, Curtin's finding kindness, healing.
Absolutely. And Gold Hat. His luck runs out, too. They try to sell those stolen burros, but a kid recognizes them. The Federales catch up. End of the line for Gold Hat and his gang.
Everything comes full circle. Eventually, Howard and Curtin, they make their way back to where they stashed their fortune.
What a moment, right? To see their faces as they realize what's happened, all that struggle, all that pain.
And then they just start laughing. Can you blame them? It's either laugh or cry at that point.
I think it's a laugh of release, of understanding. The gold was never the point. They survived. They learned something.
What happens to them after that?
Howard decides to stay in the village. They offered him a place, respect. He found peace there, a real sense of belonging.
And Curtin.
He's heading back to the States. Gonna find Cody's widow, give her his share of the gold, honor the promise.
Despite everything, some good came out of it. It's a powerful story, isn't it? About greed, sure, but also about humanity, about choices.
It definitely stuck with people. It was a hit when it came out, and it's still considered one of the all-time greats. Won 3 Oscars, Best Director, Best Screenplay for Huston, and Best Supporting Actor for his dad.
A father and son winning Oscars for the same film. That's got to be a record.
Pretty sure it is. And it's in the National Film Registry, too, so yeah, it's a big deal.
You can't talk about this film without mentioning that line, right? Badges. We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
It's become more famous than the movie itself, almost. Shows up everywhere. Even inspired a song by the Stone Roses, Fool's Gold.
That's wild. We've just scratched the surface here, folks. If you haven't seen this film, you gotta check it out. For more deep dives into incredible stories like this, visit worldsgreatestcelebrities.com.
What really gets you about their story? What moments made you stop and think? That's what's great about films like this. They make you ask those questions.
It makes you wonder, what are we chasing after in our own lives? And what are we willing to sacrifice for it? If you want to explore more fascinating lives and their legacies, head over to worldsgreatestcelebrities.com. Thanks for joining us on the World's Greatest Celebrities podcast.
And before we go, think about this. What are the modern-day gold rushes we're all caught up in? What are we risking without even realizing it? It's a question worth pondering, isn't it?
Thank you for listening to the World's Greatest Celebrities podcast.